today let us sketch the following signals. First one is u of t minus u of t minus 2. So we know that u of t, the signal will be something like this. This is u of t, and let us try to sketch the u of t minus 1. So this is u of t minus 2. Okay, we have t here, so it has been forward shifted, it has been delayed. So this is u of t minus 2. So if we take the difference of these two, so I'll end up having the signal like this, and its amplitude is 1. Now this one is u of t minus u of t minus 2. Okay, take another. We have the signal, it's almost like pi t minus half. We know that pi t is nothing but the signal will be as follows. So this is the signal. It is having an amplitude of 1, and here it will be half, and here it is known as the rectangular pulse signal. The another name for this is it is rectangular pulse. So I have to delay it by half a second. When I delay it by half a second, I end up getting, I have to forward shift it by half a second. So I get 1 here and 0 here, and this is. So this is what I get. So let's take one more. Let us take a signal. I have pi t minus by 2 plus pi rectangular pulse signal, which is delayed by 1 second. Now let us again go step by step. We first try to plot this one. Okay, let us try to plot this signal. So from we have to plot this from starting from rectangular pulse of t. We know rectangular pulse of t, we have just now seen in the previous example. If I try to, so first what we will do is we will try to derive this. This is the procedure. So this is your first step. Okay, so I have this, and from here I will derive this one. So this signal is as follows. It is having an amplitude of 1, and it commences from negative of half a second to positive half a second, and this becomes, sorry, so this will become like this. So it has to be delayed by half a second, so I get this one. Now what I will do is I will try to derive this. This is what I want now. All that what I have to do is, in order to get this, what I have to do is I have to multiply the time axis by 2. So 0 into 2 is 0, and 1 into 2 is 2. So I end up getting this now. So this is your, this is this. Okay. Now what is, it's very simple. T minus 1, it is nothing but the signal that I will get will be like this. So it will be something like this. Here it is 3 by 2 and here it is half, because I have shifted it by, I have shifted this signal by 1 second. When I shift this by 1 second, I end up getting this one. So if I have to directly add up these two signals, this signal and this signal, if I add up these two signals, I'll end up getting something like this. So after half a second it will be 1, it will be having an amplitude of 1, and from there onwards till 3 by 2 seconds it will be having an amplitude of 2, and again thereafter it will have an amplitude of 2. So it will have an amplitude of 2 here, and then again an amplitude of 1 here. Okay, let's take another. R of t minus 2r of t plus r of t minus 2. So first r of t, I know r of t is equal to, is nothing but this. Say we are having a 1 here and then we are having 1 here. So okay, so what about r of t minus r of, okay, this is r of t, and it will go right up to 1. Up to 1 we are going to have, it's going to be r of t, because at t minus 1 there's going to be some change happening. Again at t minus 2, that is at this point, there will be again another change happening. So what is the change that is going to happen here? That is what we have to investigate. Now if you look at it, at t is equal to 1, that is at 1 second, we are having r of t minus 1, which is having a slope of negative 2. Now now if it is having a slope of, let us say it is having a, if it has a slope of, let us say now if it has a slope of just a negative r of t minus 1, the signal actually keeps going like this. If it had not encountered the signal at t minus 1. Now what happens is, since it has encountered a signal r of t minus 1 and it is negative, the slope actually gets, the slope which is actually supposed to go, the signal which is supposed to continue like this, it bends, it becomes like this. If there had been a r of negative r of t minus 1, but what we are seeing here is it is negative 2 times r of t minus 1. So if it is negative 2 times r of t, it again has to bend. Okay, so what it will do is, a signal which was proceeding like this, now it bends like this. Okay, so you will end up having a signal something like this. Now this is due to the, now why we are having a, why the slope has changed from a positive value to a negative value is because it had encountered a negative value, and it has not just encountered a negative unit value, but it has encountered a negative 2. So that's the reason why the signal which should have become like this, if it had been negative rt minus 1, it has become like this because it has encountered negative 2 rt minus 1. Now what happens after that? At t is equal to 2, again it is encountering another signal. So it is not going to proceed like this, it is going to bend like this. Okay, it is going to bend because if it had been 2, if there had been a 2 here, then it would have become like this, but it is, fortunately we are having only 1 here, so the signal has become like this. So finally, summarizing, what we have got is we have got a signal something like this. So it is a triangular signal having an amplitude of 1, and the vertices is 0 here, and again you are having a 2 here. So this is how we have to sketch this signal. Okay, let us take another example. R of t u of 2 times 2 minus t. Now we know that u of t is nothing but this. So we are having u of t, this is u of t, and u of negative of t is nothing but this, and u of negative t plus 2, that is you have to advance it. So when you try to advance this, the signal becomes like this. Okay. And you have to multiply this signal with r of t. So when you try to multiply the r of t is something like this. It is 1 here and it is 1 here. So when you multiply these two signals, you end up getting, you have to multiply these two signals. When you multiply these two signals, you end up getting this. So it is just a ramp starting from 0 to 1. So its amplitude is going to be 1. Okay. So this is how you sketch the signal. You take yet another example. Maybe this is the last example that we are going to discuss. Okay. So you have r of negative half t plus 2. Now we know that r of t is nothing but this is r of t. Then we have r of negative t is nothing but this is the r of negative t. Okay. And this has to be advanced. Suppose if this is r of negative t. So but let us sketch this one. If I try to sketch this, it becomes 1. It becomes like this. And now r of negative half t plus. So what I have to do is I have to just multiply the time axis by 2. If the time is actually scaled down, the scaling of the time is a fraction, then you have to multiply the time axis. So when I do the multiplication, I get 4 here, but here it is still 2. Okay. So only the time axis gets expanded, not the amplitude. If the amplitude were to be expanded, I have to multiply this by another some factor. Okay. So that is amplitude scaling. Whereas we are having only unity here as the amplitude. So the amplitude for the final signal after the manipulation, after the operation, remains at 2. Okay. So this is about this example. Okay. So next, okay, we will take in the next video we'll take up. We'll discuss about the very different type of signals. So we'll stop here. Thanks.